You're talking about changing Washington. Your campaign was that. Paul Volcker has been around a long time.
Paul, I think that's an insult there.
He's very highly respected, I want to add. Very highly, very wise man. But, sir, you talked about John McCain was going to come back to Washington if he won, and it would just move people into different chairs. You've got Tom Daschle, Hillary Clinton, Bob Gates.
Wait, hold on.
We're here anyway.
Wait, hold on.
So,
you hear that.
Right.
So, first of all, that's not the topic. We're not talking about my cabinet because I haven't made those appointments yet.
So can we talk about Paul Volcker? Has been around a long time, so he's somebody who knows the ways of Washington. But what do you say to your supporters who were looking for change?
Actually, Paul Volcker hasn't been in Washington for quite some time, and that's part of the reason he can provide a fresh perspective. Austin Goolsbee, from my understanding, you've never worked in Washington.
Yeah, I've been on vacation.
This is about as fresh a face as you can get. When it comes to the people that we've pulled together, because I know this has been sort of conventional wisdom floating around Washington, that, well, there's a recycling of people who were in the Clinton administration, although Paul dates before that. The last Democratic administration that we had was the Clinton administration. And so it would be surprising if I selected a Treasury Secretary who had no connection with the last Democratic administration, because that would mean that the person had no experience in Washington whatsoever. And I suspect that you would be troubled and the American people would be troubled if I selected a Treasury Secretary or a chairman of the National Economic Council at one of the most critical economic times in our history who had no experience in government whatsoever. What we are going to do is combine experience with fresh thinking. But understand where the vision for change comes from first and foremost. It comes from me. That's my job, is to provide a vision in terms of where we are going and to make sure then that my team is implementing. I think that when you ultimately look at what this advisory board looks like, you'll say this is a cross-section of opinion that in some ways reinforces conventional wisdom, in some ways breaks with orthodoxy in all sorts of ways. And that's the kind of discussion that we're going to want. We want ideas from everybody. But what I don't want to do is to somehow suggest that because you served in the last Democratic administration that you're somehow barred from serving again.